I was talking in one of my live streams recently about the car that I bought, the 911, and how it ranks amongst entry-level vehicles in that genre, sports cars, luxury vehicles, and etc. And trying to get you to understand like what range of vehicle that I got. And I was trying to tell you, I was like, I got the lower end of these sports car vehicles, and it's not to say that the car is not worth anything comparatively, but I just wanted to give you an idea in this vlog of what the 911 is. It's a fantastic vehicle. It is probably the most reliable of all of those, especially when you get in the upper echelon of vehicles. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you over to the place where I bought the vehicle, and you guys get to see what I'm talking about and the type of vehicles they have there, maybe the price range. I'll talk about that a little bit. And we'll talk about the 911 effect. All right, so that's going to be a good one. The effects of owning the 911 for the first month, just in case this is something of yours. I do this for motivation. I don't do this to brag. I do this to show you that you can reward your life. Don't be afraid to reward your life with these type of items. People are going to say, you shouldn't get it and you should do this. All right, wait till you're 70 years old to enjoy your life, man. Forget all that. If you worked hard, sacrificed, and definitely if you came from the bottom and recovered, all right, from very hard times, it is time to reward yourself, but you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. So we're going to talk about the 911 effect with the first 30 days, about the first 30 days of owning a Porsche 911. Let's get it. I'm over in Euro Cars in Newport Beach, one of the biggest upsellers of luxury vehicles. And as you guys know, I kind of talked to you about this, the 911 effect of what people do, how people react to you when you have a car that is pretty much on the higher end of luxury vehicles, and how you can basically help yourself eliminate a certain desirable or undesirable group of people for your life by having this car. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you around the shop. You get a chance to see what's here, what they have, and see where my car placed in the market value of the cars that are available here. Let's check it out. All right, you got some of the big luxury vehicles right here, man. The Rolls Royce Big Daddy over here. This one's got a matte finish to it. You see how big that is? I know these cars, most of these cars, man, are in the neighborhood of $200,000, $300,000, $400,000. Look at this big Mercedes wagon right here, fully equipped. In terms of what type of car it is, I don't know. Look at this with the big dually wheels. That thing is crazy. It's not dually, but the double wheels. You got the Rolls Royce Phantom right here. Some of these are older Phantoms. Like Cat Williams says, it looks like a Phantom until a Phantom shows up. This one's a Phantom right here, 2013. Probably in the neighborhood of $200,000, probably $400,000 vehicle right there. You got a couple of Phantoms right here all the way down the line. On this side, you have the Porsches. You have the Porsches on this side, or the Porsches. Any type of Porsche, Carrera 911, Carrera 911S, Turbo. Any of those type of vehicles here. All the Porsches are on this side of the vehicles. And to be quite honest, these Porsches are the entry level. All right, they only have, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They only have 9 Porsches here, and all of them are either GT3s, Sport S, Carrera S, 911S, convertibles. Let's take a look. There's a GT. It's a 2019 right there. Got a couple of GT Sport vehicles. Most of these are probably $180,000 to $200,000. And as you can see, the marketplace value of the car that I had is somewhere probably down here, all right, probably in the entry level. So yes, I have a fantastic vehicle. I have a great vehicle right here, but most of these are higher end. There you go, right there, higher end vehicles. But it's fun, man. The other thing about it, the other benefit about having a car here is that you build a relationship with these people. I have a relationship with the owner. I have a relationship with the salesperson here, and a lot of people come and they lease these vehicles. Some of them buy them outright with cash, and then if you do good deals with them, they'll come back and you'll get an opportunity to buy another car from them or turn the car in and keep the relationship that you have with them. So those are some of the good benefits. Let's go and check these Ferraris out. So after the Porsches, you have the Ferraris down on this side, and there's a guy about to take a drive in a Lamborghini SUV over there, whatever the Lamborghini is. But here's the Ferraris. One of the things about Lamborghinis and Ferraris is if your garage ain't big enough, you can't even fit the fat asses in the garage. You know what I mean? Like, your garages have to be big enough to fit these cars in your garage. So here's this one right here. Let's get up in here. Sitting up in the Ferrari. How do I look, man? How do I look up in the Ferrari real quick? This looks real good to me. Nice interior. I'm not a Ferrari fan. This is an F8 Spider. And I'm not a big Ferrari fan, to be honest with you. It's a nice vehicle. This would be something that I would rent. Definitely nothing that I would buy. This convertible top, feeling good, sitting pretty. This right here is a Lamborghini. Probably, I don't even know what the name of it is, to be fair with you. You guys know me and my names. But let's hop up in this bad boy right here. As you can see, look at that door. Boy, are y'all ready to get up in this? Look at this. Lamborghini Aventador. Woo! This is definitely a tight fit. Feels like an airplane engine with everything, the way everything's situated right here. No fat chicks up in here, man. That's why you think, sometimes when you guys are like, I don't mind fat chicks. Well, the higher you get in society, you can't have fat chicks. You know what I mean? Like, because they cannot fit in this car. Only skinny chicks can fit in this car. So you got to get your affinity. You got to fix your palate. That if you're going to have women ride with you, and they're going to want to ride with you, they're going to want to jump in the car, that they got to be fit. Let's take a look at the Bentleys real quick. I don't think I've ever sat in a Bentley, so let's take a look at what they got. Look at that right there with the Bentley sign right underneath the door. That's dope. That's pretty sweet. All right, man. Coaching the Bentley. This is a little bit out of my price range, just to let you know. All right, but it is out of my price range right now. It's a little bit out of my style range. I think I'm gonna have to be about 10 years older or 10 years smoother, 10 years wiser, either one. I hope you had a chance to enjoy looking at luxury vehicles. I'm not a big luxury vehicle person. I gotta go out of here sideways. I hope you had a chance to enjoy checking out some luxury vehicle shopping. I'm not big on luxury vehicles per se. I'm enjoying this one. As you can see, the car that I got is a little bit higher than stock factory issued. And in the scheme of things, this car is entry level. It's an entry level into this part. And that's what I want you to understand. There's definitely a 9/11 effect. With most people, most women, people see this car, they understand what it is. They understand what type of lifestyle that you have to live to afford something like this. But even when you get into something like this, you got to start at the bottom. You got to start at the entry level and work your way up. Or, you can enjoy it for what it is and then turn it back in and then go back to Toyota life, right? go back to Honda life, and there's nothing wrong with that. I've had cars just like that. I've had Fords, Hondas, Mazdas, and all of that stuff. In this particular lifestyle, or in this particular car, there's been some good things that have happened as a result. You know, I've been able to use this car in networking events and Porsche clubs, and you know, people understand what the price of admission is to get involved in those clubs. So that's a good thing. That's been a great effect. I've been able to introduce myself to people because they've noticed me, men and women of different professions. But that's the type of effect it has on people. In terms of women, they know that this is a classy vehicle. Yes, women do look at me more than they did before when I was in the BMW or the truck. So yes, they're gonna, when they're walking down the street, they're gonna cut their eyes at you a lot more. That's definitely gonna happen. But it's not like they're doing it because I'm in it. They're doing it because it's the vehicle and they want to see who's in it. Doesn't mean they're interested in you. It just means that they're interested in who's in the vehicle, who's driving it. That's the 9/11 effect. So those are some of the things that I've seen differently. Some people, here's a funny 9/11 effect. Okay, here's a funny 9/11 effect. This one's, I think, is funny. It's people who thought they might have been beneath you, or you might have been beneath them, or they were more or less a little bit more valuable than you were. Well, the minute you pull up in a 911, or the minute you're in the neighborhood and you park this, or the minute you are at a grocery store or restaurant and they see that, they automatically know that they're disqualified. That's right, this damn thing. Look at that, brother. Let's go. You gotta love that. You gotta love that, especially when the police aren't around. But they already know they disqualified. They already know they're too fat to fit in the car. They already know that they don't have the status to you know, be qualified for you. And a lot of them will disqualify you. Well, that don't mean nothing. That doesn't make you who you are. Well, you already know you don't qualify, and qualifying is a part of the process. So you can eliminate 90% of them right off the bat because they don't qualify. They don't fit in the car. Their personal brand doesn't fit in this one. And there's a certain status that you would have to have for you to be desirable to a person that has a car like this. All right, so that's what's up. And that's the beauty of 9/11 effect. I told you that when I think I was in the Ferrari or I was in the Lamborghini, and I said, big women can't fit in this, man. And so if you're one of these guys, I always said, you know, broke guys love big women because they're easy to get for them. Well, if you go up in status, or you start dealing with luxury vehicles or sports cars or like that, you'll change your affinity for big women in 2.9 seconds, as fast as it takes to get from 0 to 60. You'll change your affinity for fat women because, you know, and like 60% of them are fat. You'll change your affinity for them because they can't fit. Look at this, my backpack can fit in the seat, all right, but she can't. And particularly with younger women, they love riding in this. The first ride that they get in this, they love riding it. And then, you know, when I push the gas pedal down slightly, ever so slightly, and I go from 0 to 60 in less than 2 or 3 seconds, guess what? They get wetter than the Niagara Falls, all right? All of that moisture starts to accumulate. They get a little bit, you know, in the belly, in the pit of their stomach. They realize how dangerous it is, and they realize how fast you can get to 100 miles an hour with relative ease. Some of their cars will be shaking and quaking by the time they get to 100. But that's the 9/11 effect. Always remember, man, I think this is the point of my life that I rewarded myself with this. I'm going to enjoy it. I don't let people steal my joy with this particular vehicle. I deserve to have this. And not only that, I'm business-minded enough to know that I can make money from this vehicle. You know, I can basically use it as an admission ticket, a networking tool to get in the inner circles where you can't qualify when you don't have a vehicle like this, number one. Number two, I have the avenues to be able to produce content to make money back from this vehicle. All right, you do 2 or 3 videos in a month, maybe 3 videos in a month. That would be equal to what the car payment would be for this vehicle. You got to think a little bit ahead. All right, and so most of the time you can make money back from a vehicle like this if you're savvy enough. If you don't have the avenues to do so, and this is going to be a ticket item where it's going to, you know, it's going to put you in a hole and set you back, then it's not the vehicle for you. You don't want to get into this echelon of stuff. Do you need a vehicle like this? Let me answer this in a 911 effect. Okay, do you need a vehicle like this? I would say no. You probably, for the most part, could have rented a vehicle like this for about a month, but it would have cost you several grand to do so. It might have cost you 6, 8, 10 grand to do so for a month. And to be fair, you would have got it out of your system. You would have literally got whatever desire you had for this vehicle completely out of your system with the rental. And, you know, I would encourage you that if this is something that you want to get into, rent. Same thing with women, all right? Sometimes you want a woman in your life, but you really just want them temporarily. It might be better to rent or lease as opposed to buy, because buying is a whole different investment. And if you can't make money off your woman, or the woman can't make money for you, she ain't worth a damn. That's just to be honest. If she's just taking from you and ain't putting money back, what's the point? All right, man, let's get this roof down real quick, and we're gonna enjoy the rest of the show. Hit the like and subscribe button. Also, join the Money Mindset group out here. The Money Mindset group is growing, and we're giving great information away for you for a very, very relatively small price. Get the Money Mindset, and we're gonna be back, man. Peace.